let's start off with what a lot of people might go to first, and that's going to be those home box kits. What are your thoughts on that?
So I think that if someone is already committed to a hair salon and they've never done box dye before, I would definitely caution them away from that. Normally, if you're spending that type of money on your hair, your standard is very high, and unfortunately, unless you're a professional, even a professional has trouble working with box dye. Most of our really great sales comes from corrective color, which happens when people try to dye their own hair. If you've always colored your hair with a box, we don't have an issue at all here. You just do what you've been doing. But if you've always gone to a professional salon and let them take care of it for you, you might be more unhappy than what we have going on after you try and have those roots. So we're suggesting all sorts of different options. So I'm going to grab, this is a really good one. And this is actually a mannequin that had highlights sitting on it for quite some time. Can you see? Mm-hmm. So they look pretty bright, a little white. So for that reason, I used this when I was talking to our stylist recently on how to advise our clients. So this is just black mascara. And I'm going right up to the root here. And this is what I would encourage clients to do, is just literally put it on, just like you do on your eyelashes. Obviously, this is dark black. Mm-hmm. This is what I use, and this is all I had in the house. But if you use like dark brown, it's pretty amazing how it does just attach to the hair. If you feel like you have a mascara that you don't want to use on your hair because you spent $30 on it, then I would add some water into one of your old ones and use that on your hair, and that way it'll just kind of dilute it down a little bit. Another way is, obviously, if you're a redhead, we talked about using an eyeshadow palette, and you could grab the color of, like, let's say the copper and the brown, and I literally go right into it. Sometimes I might wet the brush just to get it to mix the two together. And then I would go into just an example right here. You can even see it's turning the highlights brown. Mm-hmm. And then the other was what I showed you, where using a contour on blondes. I think the blondes they have it a little easier, to be honest, to cover the grays, because just, normal makeup tends to blend that white gray in. But I grabbed one of these palettes the other day just for concern, and I mixed two different colors, kind of held it up to my head, and put it on. But the biggest thing, I just put it right onto the root. You can see it's just powdering. And if my hair was just a little bit damp, it might even stick just a little bit better. And it just sticks there until I shampoo. I think that there's all sorts of great tricks that people can use. Changing the part. If you always part here, change to the other side, you might find that you have less gray on that side. Another thing is a hard part on the right. If you'll notice, my part is starting here and going towards the center of my head. And that really camouflages a lot. Some people do a zigzag part. Really great way to get away from the grays showing there.
You said a lot of us just have to get through doing conference calls and things like that and the time being. So a lot of good strategies for people with maybe some products they have at home. If they want to buy some products that can help with some of the root touch-ups, are there some websites that you might recommend people go to order some things?
Yes. So styleedit.com is one that we definitely are referring a lot of our clients to. Also, we carry Davines color line, and Davines has an Alchemix conditioner, which is, there's a chocolate brown, there's a tobacco brown, there's copper, there's red. It literally is a conditioner. There's a shampoo and a conditioner that go together, and usually we send that home with clients when they're just trying to maintain vibrancy in their color. But it also is really good for the person who doesn't like to color their hair at all and they want to cover some grays or blend it. So I'm sending people to the Davines.com website so they can purchase some Alchemix conditioners. If you're brunette, chocolate, or tobacco, one's warmer, one's cooler. If you're a redhead, I think the redheads are really starting to get a little worried because the color's coming in, that there's red and copper, and I really suggest, and that's the other thing, you might purchase 3 of them. I would suggest purchasing the brown and the red and the copper, if you think about all of those put together, the color you see, it's like a direct dye in there, is what you're going to get on your head. It's also headbands. I mean, if you have white gray that comes in and none of these things are good enough for you, I mean, there's great ways of using headbands. There's dressier ones, and they're at the drugstores. I'm always amazed at how many beautiful accessories you find just at Walgreens or Rite Aid or whatever.
Exactly. And all we need is to be able to get through until hopefully people can get back to the salon. And you
Right.
actually had a nice little giveaway you guys were doing to try to encourage people from maybe making some mistakes in the meantime.
Yes, we are actually part of a very large international community and of hairdressers, and we constantly keep in touch with them, and all of the hairdressers are panicking for our clients. So one of the things is on Instagram and Facebook, you'll see hashtag show your roots. And it's one of those things that we're encouraging our clients to hold on, don't get their hair colored, play with all these other suggestions we have. And when they come back in with a 1/4 inch or a 2-inch root of natural color, we're giving away, this is called Liquid Spell, and we're giving away a travel size of Liquid Spell as long as it lasts. This is a great product. It's like a mousse, and it's a great treatment in addition to a volumizing product, and it has incredible shine. I always like to tell people it makes aging hair look younger. I used this morning when I shampooed for you guys, and the shine is incredible. But as long as supplies last for that, that's one of the many ways that we're trying to think of encouraging our clients to hold on, sit tight, be patient.
Also some good tips to help everyone out. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.